Hi everyone, it's Miss Sarah, and we are going to read about an important person named Abraham Lincoln. But first, let's go over our rules. Rule number one, eyes are watching. Rule number two, ears are listening. Let's turn them on. Rule number three, voices are quiet. Rule number four, body is calm. All right. So this is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was one of our presidents, just like um, Barack Obama, who we read about before, was one of our presidents, and um, President Donald Trump, who just left our presidency, and now we have um, Joe Biden as our president. So Abraham Lincoln was the president long time ago, over 200 years. So that is way before your mommies and daddies were born, and your grandmothers and grandpas, before they were all born. Abraham Lincoln was president. He is a very important person. So Abraham Lincoln was born a very long time ago. Like I said, he was born 200 years ago. That's before mommies and daddies were born and your grandmas and grandpas. He was born out in the country. So he had to work off the land, and so he had a farm, and he had to help his mommy and daddy with the chores every day. So he didn't have time to go to school. Abraham Lincoln did not go to school. But Abraham Lincoln, or his nickname, who people mostly called him, was Abe. He wanted to learn all different kinds of things. So every night, even though he was tired from all the work around the house he had to do to help his mommy and daddy, he used his time to teach himself different things to learn. He taught himself everything because he did not have time to go to school. First, he taught himself how to read. He taught himself how to read all by himself. And in those days, there was no electricity, so he had to teach himself how to read by the fireplace that gave off the light. He had to be very careful because the fireplace is hot. And by candle, which he also had to be very careful because that is hot. But that's the only light he had, because he didn't have electricity where you could turn on a light switch and a light would come on. Even though Abraham Lincoln wanted to learn so much, he didn't have very many books. And his family didn't have very many books. So he had to borrow from some of his neighbors some books so that he could learn different things. And one night, there was a huge thunderstorm. And the rain was coming down so hard that there was a leak in the roof, meaning there was a hole in the roof and water came through the roof and it soaked his book. It got his book all wet. The pages were all stuck together and he could hardly read the words because the rain smudged the words on the book. The book was ruined. It was soaked. He couldn't read it anymore. It was ruined. He couldn't use it. Oh, but remember, that was a book that he borrowed from a friend. So he had to go back to the friend and say, your book is ruined. I am so sorry. There was a hole in my roof and there was that storm and I was trying to learn and your book got ruined. I'm so sorry. He told the truth about the book. He said, our roof leaked and the rain came down in on your book, he told his friend. I'm afraid the book is ruined. I'm so sorry. What can I do to repay you? He was being very honest and told the truth to his neighbor. He knew the book was important to his neighbor friend. Abe didn't have any money to pay for the book. So he was a hard worker, and they came up with an agreement that he would work for his neighbor to pay back the ruined book. He would work on the neighbor's farm for 3 days to pay for the ruined book. Abe proved. He was like, this is how things are going to be. He was being very nice. That he was the honest boy and a hard worker. So they called him Honest Abe. He was very nice. Because he told his neighbor, I'm sorry, your book is ruined. How can I help you? So he worked for that, for the neighbor to repay him back for the book. And then, as Abraham Lincoln grew up, more and more people saw his honesty, that he was very honest and that he could work really, really hard. They trusted him so much that they chose him to be the President of the United States. He was our 16th president. So he lived so long ago that he was one of our first presidents. He was our 16th president. And I believe now, I think we're on 46. I think Joe Biden is 46th president. I think. I'll have to look that up and tell you tomorrow. Because I'm not quite sure. I should know that, but I don't know. But Abraham Lincoln was our 16th president. And he is so important because he was so honest and told everybody the truth that we have money dedicated to him. His face is on the penny. That it's a penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent. You count 1. That is how much a penny is worth. And Abraham Lincoln's face is on the penny. And he's also on our paper money. This is a $5 bill. He is on $5. So if you really want to see what the money looks like with Abraham Lincoln, you can ask mommy and daddies to look at a penny and a $5 bill and say, Miss Sarah said Abraham Lincoln, our president long ago, is on money. Which ones? Say 1 cent and $5 on the $5 bill that Abraham Lincoln is on. All right, friends. That is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed learning about Abraham Lincoln. Until next time, bye!